Okay, here's part 3. Newly arrived UFC fighter Jake Shields beat by split decision Martin the Hitman Campman. Say newly arrived because it's like Jake Shields' first fight in the UFC. He was heavily hyped. Man, I wrote in my fighter breakdown that Jake Shields has really poor stand-up, and man, he proved it bad. He just has really poor stand-up. He's good. You know, here's the funny thing with Shields. You think he has good wrestling? It's not that he has good wrestling. He's relentless about it.
Yeah.
He's good at completing the takedown, but not in a way that's gonna save cardio. I mean, he wastes a lot of energy trying to get a takedown. And also, this was the first time he cut to welterweight in 2 years. But he's always had that conditioning problem, actually, because he really fights for that takedown. I mean, the guy wears down. That's the thing. So, you know, you don't really, like, it's, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, you should fight GSP. It's like, wow.
Not after tonight.
Yeah, what do you think?
You know, with Jake Shields, with all this momentum being the new boy toy of the UFC, you know, just all this hype with him coming to this fight, I just wanted him to lose so bad.
Me too.
Especially with the fight. Martin Kampmann had him several times, threw a bunch of knees, almost had him, he rocked him a bunch of times.
Absolutely.
You know, and especially felt like if he really fought for that stand-up, he could have easily knocked him out. But the fact of the matter is, especially in the third round, he really tried to just outshine Jake and try to tap him out. And I think that was his mistake.
What in the world was he doing? But again, got it right. I picked Jake Shields and he picked the losing guy. The guy has a cuckoo head.
Jake who?
Your guy would suppose knock Jake Shields. I mean, it's right there. Jake is like, just knock me. Just give me one punch. You can win again.
Yeah.
What the hell did you guys do?
He did. You know what? Cameron's done this against Paul Daly, where he decided to stand with him when he should have took him down, and he lost the fight. He in this fight he played jiu-jitsu with Jake Shields, and he lost the fight when he should have stood against Carlos Condit. He barely won that fight. He played Condit's reckless game, you know, where it's like, you know, let's go balls out, blah 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 blah, instead of a patient game. So Martin Kampmann, despite like training out of Extreme Couture, and they all have great game plans,
They should kick me out.
it's like I don't know why he forsakes the game plan for some reason. Like the obvious game plan, it's really bad fight IQ.
You know why I was upset in the end when his coach was like, "What did you do?" He's like, "I almost got it. I almost got it." It's like,
No, yeah, what he was saying is, oh, he did no damage to me. It's like, yeah, this is MMA though.
Yeah.
If you get controlled, it doesn't matter if you don't.
That wasn't Jake Shields' game.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, he did no damage to me. Yeah. Come on, man. I mean, you know, you see Maynard, or you see Fitz, Chad Mendes even did it. If a guy takes you down and just pins you down, the guy that takes you down and pins you down is gonna win the fight, not the guy at the bottom.
So I got a question for you guys. So where do you go with Jake Shields?
For me, maybe you give him John Fitch. Maybe you give him Carlos Condit. You have to give him a winner of something. Maybe the loser of GSP versus
that's what I was about to recommend.
Maybe the winner of Thiago Alves versus John Howard.
Well, that'd be good.
I mean, there's a lot of. I still think Shields should fight top competition.
Yeah.
But like, it always surprised me that Jake Shields wins. I'm always really surprised because it's like he has this really great jiu-jitsu, but he has really bad finishing ability for one.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's bad.
you know what's funny lately, because actually before Lawler and Paul Daly, he was actually submitting guys left and right. It's just as of late, I don't know, maybe because he wants to hold positions so desperately these days, but like, I think it's really affected his finishing ability. I don't see a lot of finishing ability in this guy anymore. Like, he used to have it. I don't know where it went.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Campman pissed me off. You heard. Oh, God, dude.
Dude, you pick him. Okay?
I was just so pissed off, dude. I was like, just stand with the guy. The guy can barely get up. I mean, Jake Shields can barely get up, and if
you probably can punch him.
He had him all nearly put away several times the entire fight.
Yeah,
it's yelling, just hit me right there. It is yours right here. Take it.
The other thing is, it's like, okay, like, don't clinch with this guy, you know.
Oh, I know.
It's like, okay, you kept clinching with the guy, and it's like, there's like, this poor, like, fight IQ is the reason why, like, Martin Kampman is the guy that's just gonna, like, keep losing the big fight. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, Kampman, you're one fight away from title contention. Oh, it's like, he's gonna lose that fight now. You know, he just has such poor, like, fight IQ.
Maybe we should suggest to his coach, don't tell him not to do. Tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Don't clinch with him. Okay, I will.
Yeah.
What the hell is he doing? You know, even the announcer is saying, why are you playing with, Jake Shields' skin?
Yeah. You have to imagine after Jake Shields' performance tonight, somewhere Scott Coker is a very, very happy man.
Well, kind of, because Jay Shield ended up winning. So, I mean, he looked bad doing it. He presents no challenge to GSP, honestly. No. Like, nothing that, like, Fitch didn't offer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the thing is, he looks someone can easily beat.
Yeah.
His striking is horrible.
Yeah, just porous.
Even the coach of Mark is like, don't worry about his strike.
Yeah, don't worry about his jab. Yeah.
Don't worry about his jab. It's useless.
Yeah.
Maybe more than anything else, this demonstrates how much of a talent difference there is between the UFC and all these other mixed martial art promotions.
Well, I
don't know because he ended up winning that. I mean, that's the thing.
I don't know.
He still beat Kampman, who's a top 10 welterweight.
Absolutely.
I mean, what can you say? And like,
and if I saw, it'd be like he's not in his best condition. He'd be the Mark.
And how, Chris, especially, I know you were talking about this, but how much do you think the cut really affected his performance tonight?
Oh, yes.
Greatly. Yeah. Oh, greatly. I think greatly. The other thing too is, this is just one of those things where it's like, this goes back to why people aren't liking wrestling. It's not that they're not liking wrestling; they're not liking Top Control a lot these days. It's like Top Control with no as far as damage goes, Jay Shields got punished. I mean, and Kevin looked fine. This is just one of those cases where it's like, you're judging on, like, Top Control over, like, damage. And
absolutely.
It's just one of those things why people are, like, really against... I have no problem... No, people don't really have problems with wrestling. I think it's, like, the judging of wrestling in regards to MMA. Do you know what I mean?
Well, but to a degree, at the same time, in other grappling sports like jiu-jitsu and judo, they also recognize the fact that they'll usually score with the top fighter.
Yeah, but there's strikes involved in this one.
I know.
There's damage, actual like physical damage.
I have to say, I picked Jay Shield, but I don't know whether I'll pick him again. After tonight's performance, it's not impressed me.
Yeah. I'd like to see him against John Fitch. I'd like to see how he does.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be really interesting. But,
alright. Sorry. Cut to chess. Then you go. Go ahead. The last fight. Just go ahead.
Yeah.
Just have fun. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. We'll leave. We'll just leave you alone.
So Cain Velasquez is the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
What did I say about Ken?
Cain Velasquez is, honestly, I am gonna anoint him as the one. I really am. I think he's the Fedor. I think he was what BJ Penn was the lightweight. I think he's the Jose Aldo. I think he was I think he's gonna be the GSP of heavyweight. Come on, dude. Wrestling.
Okay, he beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Okay.
When a lot of people.
Fedor.
Yeah.
He's no Fedor.
He still has lots of holes in his strategy. I mean, even in tonight, Brock Lesnar is not a world-class striker, but several times Brock just caught Chain right on the chin. And you just gotta imagine when you have elite strikers like Junior Dos Santos and
but then like who knows if the game plan is to take him down right away.
Yeah, or
so he has
like
other
Shane Carwin,
yeah.
who could probably.
But, dude, Brad Lesnar give a flying knee and it actually hit Ken. I mean, come on. You know, I think Ken can take it. He's a good striker, but it's still a hole. I just don't think he's as good as Fatal.
No, I think he'll grow into it.
Of course.
Because like, out of there's the big four heavyweights. There's Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, Shane Carwin, Junior Dos Santos.
Yes.
As far as the most well-rounded one, I think it's easily Cain Velasquez.
I agree with you.
I think he's out of all those guys. Yes, these other guys are gonna give him problems, especially because he does have the problem. He did the same thing against Congo. He did against Brock. He stands in front of the guy. A lot more than a lot more than he needs to, and doesn't use too much head movement.
Like you said, I think he has the potential to be the dominant heavyweight. But I think as of right now, he beat Brock, but he still has a lot to learn.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Speaking about a lot to learn, he's only 8-0.
Yeah.
Now he's 9-0. I mean, the guy, honestly, I remember after he beat like Congo, he's like, I just want more fights. I need more experience. And then, you know, that's the thing. Brock's only 5 as of right now, 5-2.
But he only fights 7 times.
Yeah. So it's really funny that with these heavyweights, besides Junior Dos Santos, who's actually fighting like a very regular schedule.
Yeah.
These heavyweights are still really new. They kind of have to, though, you know.
I think more so, especially with Brock's case, he was just thrown in there too big, too fast. I think is sort of the problem of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Well, the thing, Lesnar looked good. He's really humbled. I am now gonna pick him to beat a lot of guys now. I was very anti-Brock. He was actually growing on me for like a long time, but I think it finally reached a point after he lost. He was just like, oh, you know, he's a great champion. You know, oh, what are you gonna do? You gonna come back stronger? It's like, yeah, that's what great champions do. I was like, you know what, man? He really has humbled. I mean, he really has humbled. I like the guy. I like the beard. I think it's cool. He looks like a Viking.
Viking, man.
Oh, man. Is it too late to give the guy a nickname, Brock Viking?
Yeah.
Good God.
Dude,
just put that on the shirt. Just imagine just flying off the shelf.
Dude, he has a 2 axe in his t-shirt.
Well,
I was like, come on.
It's actually a sword, but
no, on his new Death Clutch shirt, it's actually his back tattoo. Or it's his whatever slope on the 2 axes. Yes.
But anyway, dude, I was like, I thought he gonna slay the dragon, kill the king, but the dragon ate him. Great.
Well, the thing that's really interesting is the first round was the first couple of minutes were actually really sloppy. I mean, they were just trading.
Both men, yeah.
They were trading pretty bad, and which made me kind of worried.
But Lesnar looks strong though. I don't know why. I mean.
What's really cool about Lesnar?
He busted out a knee.
Yeah. He flying knee, dude. Anybody else taking out a train, I would think somebody already knocked down already.
Yeah.
One thing about Lesnar though, I wrote this in my strengths and weakness too. He has to be the bully. If he's not in charge, and when he gets hit, man, he reacts funny.
Yeah, you know the thing, Chris, that we were talking to before we started recording. I think part of Brock Lesnar's problem is he's not used to being bullied around. He's not used to playing defense.
Yes.
He doesn't know what to do. He just crumbles up and just tries to write out the round.
But guys, he only fights 7 times. Give him a couple times. Look how quickly he evolved.
He is 33 though.
Yeah. And you gotta imagine where do you go with Lesnar from here? Do you give him another title shot? After tonight's performance, I thought about it after the fight, but the more I think about it, I think probably a rematch with Frank Mir is probably what we're gonna see from Brock Lesnar. Which to a degree, I don't think that's gonna do much for.
I think he will win that one. Why?
Oh, Lesnar.
Yeah, but I just don't know what that does for Lesnar as far as learning how to be a more full mixed martial artist.
Well, here's the thing. Right now, the one of the biggest fights for heavyweight that's gonna happen is Shane Carwin versus Roy Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
So where does that play?
Yeah. I think Lesnar should be whoever win that fight.
Yeah, in a perfect world, here's the thing though. If you want a fresh challenger, the winner of that fight versus Cain Velasquez is a fresh challenger. And I really think, like you said, these are the big 4.
Oh, just imagine the countdown special for Brock versus Roy Nelson. My God.